We just flipped a coin over here at the table, and I'm the one that lost, so I'm the one that gets to speak. Going to be very short and sweet. Good news for you. When you organize an event like this, those of you who've done it or any other large event similar, you know that it can sometimes take a fair bit of time. And from time to time, it's taken us away from the home farm. And we are very fortunate that we have a tremendous crew of folks back home that have filled in and done incredible work whenever we've been away doing some of our convention work. So luckily tonight we've been joined by a number of our staff, and I just would like them to give a wave of their hand. I think there's a couple of tables here. Just wave your hands high, guys. And I want to just thank them. We want to thank them for all the work that they've done getting ready for tours, and they're kind of used to me not being around probably. They're going to say it's no different than any other time. Anyway, thank you guys. Secondly, we would really like to point out that no event like this can happen without incredible sponsorship. And we had tremendous support, both from corporate sponsors from agribusiness all over to our own breeders and members in New York. So I would very quickly like to recognize, and if anyone here is a sponsor, would you please stand, whether you're a corporate sponsor, agribusiness, or breeder, if you're donated to the convention, please stand. Come on. We want to say thank you so very much. This was a great venue, but it couldn't have happened without those sponsors. And finally, when we first jumped into this endeavor 6 years ago, we sat down and we developed a little bit of a vision for what we wanted to do. And we don't stand up here as the two people that did it all. We had a tremendous group of people that helped, and I think it resulted in a great time for everybody that attended. So hold your applause just real quickly. We had and I'll ask you for the applause when it's appropriate, but I just want to say we had a group of about 20 main committee members, and I would like any of those committee members to please stand. Hold your applause, please, but any of those 20 committee members, please stand. Please stand and remain standing. Okay? Tremendous work, countless hours, and we appreciate all of their work. And don't sit. I can't quite see, but I think some of you are sitting. Don't sit. We also had a list of volunteers from New York, our membership. Over 250 more people participated in one form or another in putting this convention on. So any of the rest of you that were on that list of 250, if you played a part in that convention, please stand. Maybe they're not all here tonight. But tremendous work, and we so much appreciate everybody from the New York Association, and we want to say thank you. Please give those folks a big round. And finally, I think we would just like to say we've had a great time. And on behalf of my wife and myself, and on behalf of all of the members of the New York Holstein Association, it's been our honor and privilege to host you. We hope you had a great time. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. I'm just going to call, I need Tom Kuglar to step up here real quickly. I could tell a good joke about Dave Rama right now, but Tom's a fast walker, so I won't put that in. Tom is the president of our New York State Holstein Association. Thanks, Tom.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming this evening. I must say, sitting back at the table there, I am in complete shock. That is the fewest amount of jokes I've heard out of David Rahm in my 20 years of going to banquets. When my wife forwarded me the email that Jody had sent her and David saying, "David, please stick to the script," I thought to myself, there is absolutely no way David's going to do that. So I'm very surprised, David, but thanks, and I'm sure Jody appreciates it. One thing earlier, and Dick Witter, a great recipient, he commented about leadership, and one of the persons he commented about was our executive director at New York Holstein, Patsy Gifford. And as most people in this room know, Patsy is retiring at the end of this year. We will begin the search for her replacement right after the convention, but we just would like at this point in time to recognize Patsy's 15 years of contributions to the state of New York. And I think that all the people from the rest of the country that visited New York State this past week have to come away pretty impressed with what goes on here in New York, and a lot of it has to do with Patsy. So Patsy, could you please come up and accept a token of our appreciation?
Well, they're sneaky. I didn't know this was coming. But all I can say is it's been an honor and a privilege to lead this organization with a wonderful membership, and then to have it culminate in this week, which we are very proud. We wanted everyone to come and have a good time, enjoy Saratoga, get to know our state a little better with the tours, and we are just very pleased that you're here, enjoying, and I can't thank everyone enough for the 15 years of accomplishment and fun and friendships that I've had within this state. Thank you, and special thanks to Jeff and Becky. What a time we've had doing this convention, and my executive committee led by Tom. It's just really been a privilege and a pleasure all the way through, and thank you very, very much.
This works out especially well because Jeff and Becky haven't gone back to their seats. So I'd also like to visit a little bit about those two people. I'm going to give most of the credit to Becky because that's who deserves it, but I'll give a little bit to Jeffrey. Everybody saw a lot of blue shirts this week, and like Jeff said earlier, we had a tremendous amount of volunteers in the state of New York. We're very proud of the state. I was not able to make a lot of the junior activities, but I made a couple of the farm visits at Peck's and King's. I visited with a lot of people who went to the 5 farm tours that basically told me that they were some of the greatest tours they'd ever been on. I know the food at King's Ransom was unbelievable, and all the stops were a little different in the way the cattle were presented, and everybody was just really, really thrilled. But this doesn't, something of this magnitude doesn't come off without leadership. And again, as we talked about Patsy's leadership, I got to talk about Jeff and Becky's leadership. I'm very good friends with them, so I've been in tune to what's taken place the last year, and I can only say that they have just dedicated themselves to this convention, and I know I'm probably a little biased, but I think this is one of the greatest conventions in the history of the Holstein breed. So, and it's all because of Jeff and Becky and the leadership they provided to everybody else. So we just want to give them a little token of our appreciation.